Is the return of the Mahdi specified in the Quran?
It's quite an important question, because in our time we are going through some certain political, or you can say, and also social incidents which is predicted either by hadith or either is predicted by some other sources, but not by Quran. So anyway, Imam Mahdi is not mentioned in Quran at all, okay? But it's mainly from the ahadith, and according to our belief as Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we say that hadith is mutawatir, not lafzi, but mutawatir ma'nawi. Mutawatir ma'nawi is when one meaning is repeatedly mentioned in many different ahadith, but not exactly the same text of the hadith. But as for the mutawatir lafzi, is when many sources repeat exactly the same text of hadith. We do not have many of them. Okay, even some of the scholars said that there is only one mutawatir lafzi. Okay, so anyway, Quran is silent about Imam Mahdi, but ahadith speak about Mahdi quite intensively. Some of them are fabricated, some of them are weak, some of them are authentic also. And also there are, because I did mention that we're living in that political, you can say, incidents, circumstances which may be mentioned in some of the hadith. So now they are big number of Muslims are actually waiting for Mahdi right now, within a month's time. Because of several reasons. Okay, maybe one of the most, you can say, surprising one is about the death of someone named Abdullah. Okay, obviously now in our time, we have two important personalities whose name is Abdullah. Am I right? Abdullah, the king of Jordan, and Abdullah, the king of Saudi, who passed away quite recently, about a few days ago. So they take this statement of Ja'far as-Sadiq. Ja'far as-Sadiq is grandson of great-grandson of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. So Ja'far as-Sadiq said, anyone who guarantees the death of Abdullah, we guarantee the arrival of Mahdi. Okay, so if this hadith is, if this statement of Ja'far as-Sadiq is authentic from him, so then there is only one interpretation to it, which is it is something that you cannot say by your own analogy. Am I right? It is something that you have to be told by someone who can predict the future, isn't it? Can you, for example, analyze something that is going to happen after 1,000 years by its details and the name of the person who will be involved in? You cannot find it by your analogy. So what is the source of this prediction? So it should be only Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Okay, so that this statement of Ja'far as-Sadiq now is causing big, you can say, non-stability amongst the Muslim nation. Okay, specifically these Ja'faris, they do believe that in here the prediction is only about the king of Saudi. So prediction says anyone who guarantees the death of Abdullah means now King Abdullah died. So we guarantee, we in here means the Ahlul Bayt. We guarantee, because even Imam Mahdi is from them, from one of the Ahlul Bayt. So Ja'far as-Sadiq said that we guarantee the arrival of Mahdi. So if this hadith is authentic, so definitely this Abdullah cannot be just lay person, but it should, because he is the sign of arrival of very important personality called Mahdi. So that's why he should be quite important person, Abdullah. either some politician or either someone very famous. Okay, so there are two famous personalities in our time whose name is Abdullah. As I said, both are kings. So one is king of Jordan and one is king of Saudi. So death of King Abdullah passed away quite recently. Now the Jafaris and some of the Ahlul Sunnah also saying that now within, if it's not few weeks, so it is few months until the arrival of long-awaited Mahdi. Okay, Imam Muhammad ibn al-Hasan according to Jafaris and Imam Muhammad ibn Abdullah according to Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. That is the Mahdi. But no, Quran does not mention Mahdi, no.
And Harissa from Kent wants to know, can the Quran be used to predict future events in somebody's life?
I understand what she is asking about. Is it she or he?
It's a she.
She. I can understand what she's talking about. They call this ritual as Miftah al-Quran. Okay, Miftah al-Quran is it's just ritual. Obviously, we do not support it. We, from our Hanafi point of view, we do not support this. But some of the Shafi'is, they used to support in the past, but in our time, it's nearly all of them. Contemporary Sunni scholars, there will be some scholars who will support it. Miftah al-Quran is, for example, today I'm willing to go to some business project. I want to fly away. And then I will come to you and you are the expert of doing this type of rituals. And then I ask you, is it okay for me to go or not? And then you apply this ritual using Quran, and then through that you predict if it is good idea to do or not. How to understand it? So they just pick up, and normally they have this some key, okay, so which may not be used in a, so anyway they just bring it, and then they just for example find the page of Quran in which Quran is talking. So they do have some certain procedure. They put the key inside of it, and after that they apply the procedure, and Quran so it starts moving, okay, either towards right, left, etc. So then based on that they predict. They say yes, go ahead, or no, don't do that. That's one way. So there are many other ways, many other procedures, and you can do any of them, and that's how you can predict the future or about your project that you are going to do. It could be proposal of marriage, it could be business, it could be anything. Okay, so that's what they do. We do not support it. I personally, as a Hanafi, I do not support this idea, but there used to be some Shafi scholars used to do in the past, but now, unfortunately, you can find even amongst Hanafis who do it.
Do you not support it because you think it doesn't work?
No, it's not because of that, but I do not have, so there are because of two problems. Okay, first problem, I do not have any authentic sources that supports this idea. And the second thing, in the procedures of applying it, it's a bit ambiguous. You never can catch it, you cannot catch it. So it looks like, to me, I could be wrong, it looks like it's the same as like drawing a lotto, how do they call it?
Drawing the lottery.
Yeah, lottery. So for me, it looks like similar procedure, but I could be wrong again. So I do not do that, and I do not support that either. But there are many people now, they're doing, especially in these ethnic Muslim countries, they do it everywhere actually.
But do you think it can result in positive things for some people?
Maybe sometimes, because the main thing is when you believe.
Yes, I think.
So your belief is the thing. So let's suppose that by chance your procedure says it's good. So you will be happy. So when you are happy, you are strong, you are active. And it happens. You think that it's because of this prediction, But no, it's actually, it was because you was up for it, you was positive, you was glad, you was happy. So that's why it happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same principle that people who practice herbal medicine apply when it comes to their patients.
100%, yes. We try to make them happy first, glad, then we can apply it.
Yeah, it primes them for that, doesn't it?